Today we're diving into a topic that can feel incredibly daunting for many, especially those navigating job interviews in English. But don't worry, because we're here to equip you with the tools you need to shine. I'm Sarah, your host. Let's get started on your journey to fluency in English the smart way.
And hello everyone, I'm Ben, your co-host. You know, Sarah, it's true. Job interviews can feel like deciphering a secret code. There's a whole layer of expected communication, specific phrasing, and unspoken cues that can be tricky to navigate even for native English speakers. For those learning English, it can feel like an extra hurdle on top of an already stressful situation.
Absolutely, Ben. And that's why we've created today's episode, English for Job Interviews, Ace Your Interview. Think of it as your personal cheat sheet to unlocking that secret language. We're going to reveal essential English phrases specifically tailored for job interviews, providing you with the confidence to tackle even the toughest questions head-on and make a lasting positive impression on potential employers.
We'll break down common interview questions, explore powerful and effective ways to answer them, and provide you with practical strategies to communicate your skills and experience clearly and persuasively. Whether you're preparing for your first job interview in English or looking to refine your interview technique, this episode is packed with valuable insights that can significantly boost your chances of landing your dream job.
So, if you've ever felt tongue-tied or unsure of what to say in a job interview conducted in English, you're in the right place. We're here to demystify the process and empower you with the language and confidence you need to ace your next interview. Let's get started on your journey to interview success. Let's kick things off by underscoring just how vital clear and confident communication is in the context of job interviews. Think about it from the employer's perspective. They're not just assessing your technical skills and experience, they're also evaluating how well you can articulate your thoughts, present yourself professionally, and communicate within a team environment. Your English language skills play a significant role in all of these aspects.
That's a great point, Sarah. In today's globalized job market, strong English skills are often a fundamental requirement, especially for roles in international companies or those involving communication with diverse teams and clients. Your ability to express yourself clearly, concisely, and confidently in English can be a major differentiator, setting you apart from other candidates who might have similar qualifications but weaker communication skills.
Precisely, Ben. A well-articulated answer in English demonstrates not only your language proficiency, but also your clarity of thought and your ability to organize your ideas logically. It shows that you can effectively convey your value proposition to the employer, highlighting how your skills and experience align with the requirements of the job. Conversely, hesitant or unclear English communication can unfortunately overshadow your qualifications, even if you possess the necessary expertise.
Furthermore, confidence in your English communication can significantly impact your overall demeanor during the interview. When you feel secure in your ability to express yourself, you're more likely to appear calm, composed, and assertive. This confidence can translate into a stronger overall impression, making you seem more capable and ready to take on the challenges of the role. Nervousness stemming from language barriers can unfortunately project an image of uncertainty, even if you are highly skilled.
And it's not just about answering questions effectively. Strong English skills also enable you to engage more fully in the interview conversation, ask insightful questions of your own, and build rapport with the interviewer. This two-way communication is crucial for demonstrating your genuine interest in the role and the company, and it allows you to gather valuable information that can inform your decision-making process.
Ultimately, mastering interview English is about empowering yourself. It's about removing a potential barrier to your career aspirations and ensuring that your skills and experience are accurately and effectively conveyed to potential employers. By equipping yourself with the right phrases and strategies, you're investing in your future success and significantly increasing your chances of landing your dream job. This episode is designed to be a key step in that empowering journey.
So, consider this episode your essential guide to navigating the English language landscape of job interviews. We're going to provide you with practical, actionable advice that you can implement immediately. By the end of our conversation today, you'll feel more prepared, more confident, and ready to ace your next interview in English. Let's move on to tackling some common interview questions and exploring powerful ways to respond.
One of the most common opening questions in any job interview is, "Tell me about yourself." While seemingly straightforward, this question is your opportunity to make a strong first impression and set the tone for the rest of the interview. It's not an invitation to recite your entire life story, but rather a chance to provide a concise and compelling overview of your professional background and how it aligns with the role you're interviewing for.
A powerful way to approach this question is to focus on the present past future framework. Start by briefly describing your current role and responsibilities, highlighting your key skills and accomplishments. Then, provide a concise overview of your relevant past experiences, emphasizing the roles and achievements that directly relate to the requirements of the job you're seeking. Finally, express your enthusiasm for the current opportunity and how your skills and career aspirations align with the company and the position.
When structuring your response, it's crucial to use strong action verbs to describe your accomplishments and quantify your achievements whenever possible. Instead of saying, "I was responsible for managing projects," try, "I successfully managed cross-functional projects, resulting in a 15% reduction in project timelines." Quantifiable results make your achievements more impactful and demonstrate the tangible value you can bring to the employer.
Here are some essential English phrases you can incorporate into your "Tell me about yourself" response. Currently, I am working as a senior software engineer at Innovate Tech Solutions, where I am responsible for designing and developing scalable backend microservices using Python and AWS, leading code reviews, and mentoring junior developers. I have successfully architected and deployed a new API gateway that improved system latency by 20% and reduced operational costs by 15% through optimized resource utilization. You can then transition to your past experiences by saying, "Prior to this, I worked as a software developer at Global Web Solutions, where I gained valuable experience in full-stack web development, database management, and agile methodologies."
When talking about your future aspirations and your interest in the current role, you can use phrases like, "I am particularly drawn to this opportunity at Google because their commitment to innovation and their impact on global technology deeply resonate with my own professional aspirations. I believe my skills in full-stack development, particularly with Python and React, and my experience in leading cross-functional teams to deliver scalable web applications would be a strong asset to your team."
Remember to keep your response concise and focused, aiming for around 2 to 3 minutes. Practice your introduction beforehand so that it sounds natural and confident. Avoid rambling or including irrelevant information. Focus on the key highlights of your career journey that directly relate to the job requirements and showcase your potential value to the employer. Your "Tell me about yourself" answer is your opening statement, so make it count.
It's also important to tailor your response to each specific job you're interviewing for. While you'll have a core overview of your background, make sure to emphasize the experiences and skills that are most relevant to the particular role and company you're engaging with. This shows the interviewer that you've done your research and are genuinely interested in this specific opportunity.
Finally, remember to maintain a positive and enthusiastic tone throughout your introduction. Your energy and passion for your field can be just as important as the words you use. A confident and engaging delivery will leave a lasting positive impression on the interviewer and set a strong foundation for the rest of the interview.
Another very common interview question you're likely to encounter is, "Why are you interested in this role?" This isn't just a polite inquiry, it's an opportunity for you to demonstrate your genuine enthusiasm for the specific position and the company. Your answer should go beyond simply needing a job and showcase your understanding of the role, your alignment with the company's mission and values, and your specific motivations for applying.
To craft a compelling response, start by highlighting specific aspects of the job description that genuinely resonate with your skills and interests. Mention particular responsibilities, projects, or challenges that excite you and explain why. This shows that you've carefully reviewed the job description and understand what the role entails. Phrases like, "I am particularly interested in the opportunity to develop and execute comprehensive digital marketing campaigns because of my experience in leveraging data analytics to optimize ad spend and achieve a 30% increase in lead generation for my previous company, Tech Solutions."
Next, connect your skills and experience directly to the requirements of the role. Explain how your past achievements and abilities make you a strong fit for the position and how you can contribute to the company's success. Use phrases such as, "My experience in managing social media campaigns for a nonprofit organization has equipped me with the skills necessary to excel in developing and executing engaging content strategies for your target audience."
It's also crucial to demonstrate that you've done your research on the company. Mention specific aspects of the company's mission, values, recent achievements, or industry reputation that appeal to you. This shows that you're not just applying for any job, but that you're genuinely interested in this particular organization. Phrases like, "I am very impressed by Google's achievement in developing AI models like Gemini that can understand and generate human-like text, and I admire their commitment to making information universally accessible and useful."
Furthermore, articulate how this role aligns with your long-term career goals. Explain how this position fits into your overall career trajectory and how it will help you develop new skills and gain valuable experience. Phrases such as, "This role aligns perfectly with my career aspirations," or "I see this opportunity as a crucial step in developing my expertise," demonstrate your forward-thinking approach and commitment to growth.
Avoid generic answers that could apply to any company or any role. Tailor your response specifically to the position and the organization you're interviewing for. Your answer should convey genuine enthusiasm and a clear understanding of why this particular opportunity is a good fit for you.
Remember to be authentic and sincere in your response. Your genuine interest will shine through if you articulate your reasons clearly and passionately. Let the interviewer see your excitement for the role and the company.
Finally, maintain a positive and enthusiastic tone throughout your answer. Your energy and genuine interest can be contagious and leave a lasting positive impression on the interviewer. Let your passion for the opportunity be evident in your voice and your body language.
The question, "Why should we hire you?" is your prime opportunity to sell yourself and clearly articulate your unique value proposition to the employer. This isn't a time for modesty, it's your chance to confidently highlight what sets you apart from other candidates and why you are the best fit for the role and the company. Your answer should be a concise and compelling summary of your key skills, experience, and how they directly address the employer's needs.
To craft a strong response, begin by directly referencing the key requirements and qualifications outlined in the job description. Show the interviewer that you have a clear understanding of what they are looking for and that you possess the necessary attributes. Phrases like, "Based on the requirements outlined in the job description, I believe my skills in data analysis, project management, and cross-functional team leadership aligned perfectly with what you are seeking." For example, in my previous role at Tech Innovations, I led a team that analyzed complex user data to identify key trends, resulting in a 15% increase in user engagement. Simultaneously, I managed the entire product development lifecycle for our new mobile application, coordinating efforts across engineering, marketing, and design to launch on time and under budget.
Next, provide specific examples and quantifiable achievements from your past experiences that demonstrate your ability to deliver results in areas relevant to the role. Instead of just stating your skills, back them up with concrete evidence of your success. Use the STAR method, situation, task, action, result, to structure your examples and highlight the positive impact you made in previous roles. Phrases like, "In my previous role at Digital Spark Agency, I faced a challenge where our blog traffic had plateaued, and our content wasn't effectively converting visitors into subscribers. So, I took the initiative to conduct a comprehensive content audit, identify high-performing topics, and overhaul our content strategy to focus on long-form, SEO-optimized guides and case studies. This resulted in a 40% increase in organic search traffic and a 25% boost in email newsletter signups within 3 months."
Emphasize your unique skills and qualities that differentiate you from other candidates. Think about what makes you stand out. Perhaps it's your specific technical expertise, your exceptional problem-solving abilities, your strong leadership skills, or your proven track record of innovation. Clearly articulate these unique selling points and explain how they would benefit the company. Phrases like, "What sets me apart is my proven ability to translate complex data insights into actionable business strategies and my passion for driving measurable growth in e-commerce platforms."
Demonstrate your understanding of the company's culture and values and explain how your own work style and values align with them. This shows that you would be a good cultural fit and that you are likely to integrate well into the team. Phrases like, I am also drawn to Google's culture of innovation, which resonates with my own belief in constantly seeking out new solutions and improving existing processes.
Express your enthusiasm for the specific opportunity and reiterate your genuine interest in contributing to the company's success. This reinforces your motivation and leaves the interviewer with a clear sense of your eagerness to join their team. Phrases like, I am genuinely excited about the opportunity to contribute to optimizing customer lifetime value by uncovering actionable insights from purchase data in this data analyst role.
Remember to be confident and assertive in your delivery, but avoid sounding arrogant. Focus on presenting your strengths and achievements in a clear, concise, and professional manner. Your answer to why should we hire you should leave the interviewer with a compelling reason to choose you over other candidates.
Conclude your answer by reiterating your strong interest in the role and your confidence in your ability to succeed. A strong closing statement can leave a lasting positive impression. Phrases like, therefore, I am confident that I possess the skills, experience, and enthusiasm to be a valuable asset to your team, or for all these reasons, I am very keen on this opportunity and believe I would be an excellent fit for this role.
When asked about your strengths, it's not enough to simply list a few positive qualities. The interviewer wants to understand your key abilities in the context of the job requirements and see concrete evidence of how you've applied these strengths successfully in the past. Your answer should be specific, supported by examples, and directly relevant to the role you're interviewing for.
To effectively answer this question, start by identifying 2 to 3 key strengths that are highly relevant to the specific job description. Don't just pick generic positive traits. Focus on abilities that the employer has explicitly mentioned as important for the role. For example, if the job requires strong problem-solving skills and excellent communication, those might be 2 strengths you choose to highlight.
For each strength you mention, provide a specific example from your past experiences that clearly demonstrates that strength in action and showcases a positive outcome. This is where the STAR method can be particularly useful again. Describe the situation, the task you faced, the specific actions you took that demonstrated your strength, and the positive result that was achieved. This provides concrete evidence and makes your claims much more credible.
Here are some examples of how you can frame your answers. One of my key strengths is my problem-solving ability. For example, in my previous role at Tech Solutions Incorporated, we faced a critical situation where our primary client's database experienced frequent, unexplained crashes, leading to significant downtime and client dissatisfaction. I took the initiative to lead a cross-functional investigation team, which involved analyzing server logs, collaborating with the client's IT team to identify potential software conflicts, and developing a series of diagnostic scripts to pinpoint the root cause. As a result, we were able to identify a specific memory leak within a third-party integration module, deploy a patch, and reduce database crashes by 95% within 2 weeks, restoring client confidence and preventing a potential contract loss worth over $500,000 annually.
Another example, I also possess strong communication skills. In my role as project manager, I was responsible for facilitating cross-functional team meetings and client presentations. For instance, I implemented a new bi-weekly stand-up meeting structure that encouraged open dialogue and immediate problem-solving, which led to a 20% reduction in project delays and significantly clearer client understanding of project progress.
When describing your strengths, use strong action verbs and focus on the positive impact your abilities have had in previous situations. Instead of saying, I am a good communicator, try, I effectively communicate complex information to diverse audiences. As demonstrated by my successful presentations on quarterly financial results to both the executive leadership team and all-hands company meetings, leading to a 15% increase in employee understanding of financial goals according to internal surveys.
It's also helpful to briefly explain how these strengths would be beneficial in the context of the role you're interviewing for. Connect your abilities directly to the potential challenges and responsibilities of the new position. For example, you could say, I believe my problem-solving skills would be particularly valuable in addressing the challenge of optimizing our current client onboarding process to reduce time to value, and my communication skills would enable me to collaborate effectively with the team and stakeholders. For instance, in my previous role at previous company name, I spearheaded an initiative to streamline our project delivery pipeline. This involved analyzing bottlenecks, gathering feedback from various departments, and ultimately implementing a new agile methodology that reduced project completion time by 15% and increased client satisfaction scores by 10%. I achieved this by not only identifying the core issues but also clearly communicating the proposed changes and their benefits to all stakeholders, ensuring buy-in and a smooth transition.
Avoid simply listing your strengths without providing any supporting evidence. Remember the adage, show, don't just tell. Your examples are what will make your answer convincing and memorable. Choose examples that are recent and relevant to the job you're seeking.
Be genuine and authentic in your response. Don't try to claim strengths that you don't truly possess. The interviewer may probe further with follow-up questions, and it's important that your answers align with your actual abilities and experiences.
Finally, maintain a confident and positive tone when discussing your strengths. You are highlighting your valuable assets, so speak with assurance and enthusiasm. This will convey your belief in your abilities and leave a positive impression on the interviewer.
The question, "What are your weaknesses?" can feel like a trap, but it's actually an opportunity to demonstrate self-awareness, honesty, and a commitment to personal growth. The key is to frame your answer thoughtfully, focusing on a genuine weakness that is not critical to the role and, most importantly, highlighting the steps you are taking to improve in that area. Avoid cliches or claiming strengths disguised as weaknesses. "I'm a perfectionist."
A good approach is to choose a weakness that is more of a developmental area rather than a fundamental flaw that would hinder your ability to perform the job effectively. For instance, if the role requires strong public speaking skills and you are working on improving in that area, that could be a suitable weakness to mention. However, if public speaking is a core requirement and you express significant discomfort, it might raise red flags for the interviewer.
When you identify a weakness, be specific and provide context. Briefly explain the weakness and how it has manifested in the past. For example, you might say, "In the past, I have sometimes struggled with delegating tasks effectively. I tend to want to oversee every detail myself to ensure quality." This shows self-awareness and provides a clear understanding of the challenge you faced.
The most crucial part of answering this question is to emphasize the steps you are actively taking to address and improve your identified weakness. This demonstrates a proactive attitude and a commitment to personal and professional development. Employers are generally more interested in your willingness to learn and grow than in the mere admission of a weakness.
You can use phrases like, "However, I've recognized this tendency and I'm actively working on improving my delegation skills by taking an online course on project management fundamentals which emphasized effective task allocation and team empowerment and consciously practicing delegating smaller, well-defined tasks to junior team members, providing detailed briefs and scheduled check-ins to offer support and feedback." This shows that you are not just aware of the weakness but are actively engaged in overcoming it.
Another effective way to frame your weakness is to mention a skill that you are still developing or that you are seeking to further enhance. For example, while I have a solid foundation in full-stack web development, I am eager to further develop my expertise in optimizing database performance, and I am currently taking an advanced SQL course on Udemy and actively seeking opportunities to contribute to projects with large datasets to achieve that.
Avoid making excuses for your weakness or blaming others. Take ownership of the area you are working on and focus on your personal efforts to improve. Honesty and accountability are key in answering this question effectively.
It's also wise to choose a weakness that is not directly essential to the core responsibilities of the job you are interviewing for. If the job heavily relies on meticulous attention to detail, stating that you struggle with detail-oriented tasks would likely be detrimental to your candidacy. Choose a weakness that is more peripheral to the critical functions of the role.
When you describe the steps you are taking to improve, be specific and provide examples of how you are implementing these strategies. This adds credibility to your commitment to growth. For instance, instead of saying, "I'm trying to improve my time management," You could say, I've started using a digital task management tool and implementing the Pomodoro technique to improve my focus and time allocation.
Finally, end your answer on a positive note by highlighting the progress you have made or the positive outcomes you anticipate as you continue to develop in this area. This reinforces your growth mindset and leaves the interviewer with a sense of your potential. For example, while it's still a work in progress, I've already noticed a significant improvement in my public speaking confidence as a result of these efforts, specifically during my presentation last week where I felt much more at ease and received positive feedback on my delivery. I am confident that I will continue to improve in this area.
The question, tell me about a time you failed, is not designed to make you dwell on negative experiences. Instead, it's an opportunity for you to showcase your self-awareness, your ability to learn from mistakes, and your resilience in the face of setbacks. Your answer should focus on how you took responsibility for the failure, the lessons you learned from it, and the steps you took to prevent similar situations in the future.
When choosing an example, select a situation that was a genuine failure but was not a catastrophic event or a recurring pattern. Avoid mentioning failures that directly relate to the core competencies required for the job you are interviewing for. The focus should be on your learning and growth rather than the severity of the initial mistake.
Use the STAR method again to structure your response. Begin by describing the situation and the task you were involved in. Clearly outline the context of the failure without making excuses or blaming others. Take ownership of your role in the situation. For example, in a previous project at Global Marketing Agency, I was responsible for managing the content calendar and final approvals for a major client rebrand, and due to my oversight in not clearly defining the final approval process with all stakeholders up front, we experienced a 3-day bottleneck in content publishing as multiple teams requested last-minute revisions simultaneously.
Next, describe the specific actions you took in response to the failure. This might include analyzing what went wrong, seeking feedback, taking corrective measures, or communicating with stakeholders. Emphasize your proactive approach to addressing the situation. For example, my immediate reaction was to analyze the root cause of the issue by reviewing the server logs and application performance metrics and communicate the setback to the team and stakeholders, providing a preliminary timeline for resolution and outlining the immediate next steps.
The most important part of your answer is the result and, more specifically, the lessons you learned from the failure. Clearly articulate what you took away from the experience and how it has influenced your approach to similar situations in the future. Phrases like, "The key lesson I learned from this experience was the critical importance of clear and consistent communication. We should have established a daily stand-up meeting from the start, implemented a centralized communication platform, like Slack or Teams, for all project-related discussions, and created a living document of agreed-upon definitions and scope." This would have prevented misunderstandings and ensured everyone was working from the same playbook.
Explain the specific steps you have taken or changes you have implemented as a result of this learning. This demonstrates that you didn't just acknowledge the failure, but actively used it as an opportunity for growth and improvement. For example, as a result of this experience, I have since implemented a mandatory peer review system for all critical code changes to prevent similar issues from occurring. Example, a software developer who experienced a major bug due to unreviewed code.
Focus on the positive outcomes that have resulted from your learning. Highlight how you have applied the lessons learned in subsequent projects or situations and the positive impact it has had. This reinforces your resilience and your ability to turn negative experiences into valuable learning opportunities.
Avoid dwelling on the negative aspects of the failure. The focus should always be on your learning, your growth, and your proactive approach to improvement. Frame the experience as a valuable learning opportunity that has made you a more effective and resilient professional.
Be honest and genuine in your response. Don't try to sugarcoat the failure or downplay your role in it. Authenticity and a willingness to learn are key to answering this question effectively.
Finally, end your answer on a forward-looking note, emphasizing how the lessons learned have made you a better candidate and a more valuable potential employee. This reinforces your growth mindset and leaves the interviewer with a positive impression of your ability to learn and adapt.
The question, "Where do you see yourself in 5 years?" is designed to gauge your ambition, your career goals, and whether this role aligns with your long-term aspirations. Your answer should demonstrate that you are forward-thinking, have clear professional objectives, and see this opportunity as a stepping stone towards your future growth within the company.
To answer this question effectively, start by expressing your immediate focus on the current opportunity and your desire to learn and contribute meaningfully in the role. This shows the interviewer that you are present and genuinely interested in the position you are interviewing for, rather than solely focused on future advancements. Phrases like, "In the short term, my primary focus is on excelling in this junior data scientist role at Tech Innovations Incorporated," quickly becoming proficient in their proprietary machine learning platforms and contributing to the ongoing development of their customer behavior prediction models.
Then, articulate your longer-term career aspirations in a way that aligns with potential growth opportunities within the company. Show that you have thought about your professional development and how this role can help you achieve your future goals. Phrases like, "Looking ahead to the next 3 to 5 years, I see myself growing within Tech Solutions Incorporated, potentially taking on more responsibilities and leading cross-functional project teams as I develop my skills and expertise in agile methodologies and stakeholder management. For instance, I've already started volunteering to facilitate our weekly sprint retrospectives, and I'm eager to contribute more directly to the strategic planning of our next-generation software products."
It's important to demonstrate that your ambitions are realistic and aligned with the potential career paths within the organization. Researching the typical career progression within the company can help you frame your answer in a relevant and believable way. If possible, mention specific areas or departments within the company that interest you for future growth.
Avoid stating overly specific or unrealistic goals that might not align with the company's structure or typical career trajectories. Focus on broader areas of growth and development that demonstrate your ambition and your commitment to long-term contribution to the organization.
Emphasize your commitment to continuous learning and professional development. Mention your desire to acquire new skills, take on new challenges, and contribute to the company's ongoing success over the long term. Phrases like, "I am also committed to continuous learning and professional development, and I see company name as an environment where I can constantly grow and expand my skill set." For example, in my previous role as a marketing coordinator at Tech Innovate, I proactively pursued and completed an advanced certification in Google Analytics 4 to better track campaign performance, which directly led to a 15% increase in conversion rates for our Q3 product launch. I've also been closely following company name's recent innovations in AI-driven solutions and am particularly excited about the opportunity to deepen my expertise in this area within a company that clearly values cutting-edge development and knowledge sharing.
Frame your answer in a way that shows your loyalty and your desire to build a long-term career with the company, rather than just using the role as a temporary stepping stone to something else. Employers are often looking for candidates who are invested in the company's future.
Connect your future aspirations to the potential benefits for the company. Explain how your growth and development would ultimately contribute to the organization's success. Phrases like, "As I grow and develop within Google, I believe I can make increasingly significant contributions to advancing AI accessibility and developing more intuitive user interfaces for their cloud services. For instance, my experience with large-scale data processing and my passion for ethical AI design directly align with Google's commitment to responsible innovation and making technology universally beneficial."
Maintain a positive and enthusiastic tone when discussing your future aspirations. Your vision for your career should reflect ambition and a genuine desire to grow with the company.
Remember to balance your long-term vision with your immediate focus on the current opportunity. Reassure the interviewer that you are excited about the role you are interviewing for and that you are committed to excelling in it before thinking too far ahead.
The question, "Why do you want to leave your current job?" requires a careful and diplomatic response. It's crucial to avoid speaking negatively about your current or previous employers, colleagues, or the company itself. Your answer should focus on positive reasons for seeking a new opportunity and highlight what you are looking for in a new role, rather than dwelling on dissatisfaction with your past experiences.
A good approach is to frame your reasons for leaving in terms of seeking growth, new challenges, or opportunities that align better with your long-term career goals. Focus on what you are moving towards rather than what you are moving away from. Phrases like, I am seeking a role where I can further develop my skills in full-stack web development with a focus on React and Node.js, specifically in building scalable APIs and user interfaces for e-commerce platforms, much like the customer portal I helped launch at Tech Solutions Incorporated, are good starting points.
You can also express a desire for a role that offers a better fit with your career aspirations or allows you to contribute in a different way. For example, I am seeking a position that is more aligned with my long-term career goals and brand strategy and development. While I've gained valuable experience in digital campaign execution, my passion lies in shaping the overarching narrative and identity of a product or company.
If you are seeking a role in a different industry or a company with a different culture, you can frame your answer in terms of seeking new experiences and broadening your horizons. Phrases like, I am drawn to Google's culture of innovation and psychological safety, and I believe my collaborative work style and commitment to continuous learning would be a strong fit.
If the reason for leaving your current role is related to a lack of growth opportunities, you can express this constructively. For example, while I've genuinely enjoyed my 4 years at Tech Innovations Incorporated, particularly the collaborative environment within the product development team and the success we achieved with the Quantum Leap project, I feel I've reached a point where there are limited opportunities for further growth and development in my current role as senior software engineer.
Avoid mentioning negative aspects of your current job, such as conflicts with colleagues, dissatisfaction with management, or complaints about the company. Even if these are genuine reasons for your departure, expressing them in an interview can reflect poorly on your professionalism and attitude.
Similarly, avoid discussing salary or benefits as your primary reason for leaving. While these are important factors, focusing solely on them can make it seem like your motivations are purely transactional rather than driven by genuine interest in the role and the company.
If you were laid off or the company underwent restructuring, be factual and professional in your explanation. Briefly state the circumstances without dwelling on negativity. For example, my position was eliminated due to a company restructuring, and I am now actively seeking a new opportunity where I can leverage my skills and experience.
Frame your answer in a way that shows your proactivity and your eagerness to move forward in your career. Emphasize your enthusiasm for the new opportunity and what you hope to achieve in the role you are interviewing for.
Always maintain a positive and professional demeanor when discussing your reasons for leaving your current job. Your answer should convey a sense of forward momentum and a genuine interest in the opportunity at hand.
The end of the interview is not just a formality, it's your final opportunity to make a lasting positive impression. When the interviewer asks, "Do you have any questions for us?" a no can signal a lack of engagement or interest. Asking thoughtful and insightful questions demonstrates your genuine curiosity about the role, the team, and the company, and it allows you to gather valuable information that can inform your decision.
Prepare a few questions in advance, tailored to the specific role and company. Your questions should go beyond basic information that is readily available on the company's website. Aim for questions that show your strategic thinking, your understanding of the business, and your genuine interest in contributing to the team's success.
Good questions often focus on the specifics of the role, the team dynamics, the company culture, and future challenges or opportunities. For example, instead of asking, "What does this role entail?" which should have been clear from the job description, you could ask, "Could you describe a typical day or week in this role and the key priorities for the first 3 to 6 months?" This shows you are thinking about the practicalities of the position.
Questions about the team can also be insightful. You could ask, what is the size and structure of the team I would be working with? Or how does this team collaborate on projects? Understanding the team environment can give you a better sense of whether it would be a good fit for your working style.
Inquiring about the company culture demonstrates your interest in integrating well into the organization. You could ask, what would you say are the key values that drive the company culture, or how does the company foster employee growth and development?
Asking about future challenges or opportunities shows your strategic thinking and your interest in the long-term success of the company. For example, what are some of the biggest challenges the team is currently facing, or what are the company's key priorities and goals for the next year?
Avoid asking questions about salary, benefits, or vacation time in the initial interview, unless the interviewer brings up these topics first. Your initial questions should focus on the role itself and your potential contributions.
Also, avoid asking questions that you could easily find the answers to online. This shows a lack of initiative and preparation. Do your research beforehand so that your questions are thoughtful and demonstrate your engagement.
Listen carefully to the interviewer's responses to your questions. This shows respect and allows you to ask relevant follow-up questions that demonstrate your continued interest and understanding.
Asking insightful questions leaves a strong final impression and reinforces your enthusiasm for the opportunity. It shows that you are a thoughtful and engaged candidate who is genuinely considering this role and the company. And that concludes our in-depth guide to acing your English job interview. We hope that the essential phrases and strategies we've shared today will empower you with the confidence you need to shine. Remember to prepare thoroughly, practice your responses, and be authentic in your communication.
Absolutely, Sarah. Mastering interview English is a crucial step towards landing your dream job. By understanding the secret language of interviews and equipping yourself with the right phrases, you can confidently navigate even the toughest questions and make a lasting positive impression.
Thanks for listening today, and if you found the video helpful, please hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe to my channel so you never miss an episode and share it with others who might benefit. And if you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover in future episodes, we'd love to hear from you, so your feedback is really important to us. Thanks for listening, and as always, happy learning. You're doing great. Bye, everyone.